I am ready. Hi, my name is Ken Stone, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Hamilton Coalition to Stop the War. Tonight we're in front of the CBC offices on James Street North in Hamilton during the art crawl. Lots of people are going by. We're leafleting them with this leaflet, and we have a display along here as well. We're trying to show that the CBC is trying to whitewash the white helmets and to create an atmosphere, an image of them as humanitarian heroes that deserve to be resettled to Canada after they had to be rescued from Syria. But our view is different. Our view in the Hamilton Coalition to Stop the War is that the White Helmets are a propaganda organization. They are auxiliaries to the regime change operation in Syria that the Canadian government unfortunately has been a part of since 2012. And the Canadian government has given the White Helmets here, this gentleman next to me is dressed up as a white helmet, given money, $7.5 million in the last 3 years to the White Helmets organization. The White Helmets organization was founded by a British and former military intelligence officer named James Le Mesurier. He turned into a mercenary and a Blackwater operative, and he was given the franchise to set up the White Helmets in 2013 in Turkey, which is one of the countries that launched this regime change war on Syria. So the White Helmets are an operation that pretends to be Syrian civil defense. People who rescue little children and civilians from the bombs that fall from the Syrian and Russian militaries on the terrorist-occupied areas of Syria. So the White Helmets operate exclusively in these terrorist-occupied areas of Syria. And the people who are the militants in these terrorist-occupied areas of Syria are ISIS and the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda. And the group among which the White Helmets are mostly embedded is Al-Qaeda. And so what they have done is they do propaganda work. They do propaganda work for the regime change operation and for Al-Qaeda. For example, on April 7th of this year, 2018, the White Helmets staged a fake chemical incident in Douma, which is part of East Ghouta near Damascus in Syria. And they staged this chemical incident, which turned out it was completely fake. The OPCW, the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, went in and checked afterwards as part of the UN structure, and they found no chemical weapons, no nerve agents were used. But on the basis of the video that the White Helmets produced in Douma, 3 countries, the United States under Trump, the UK under May, and the France under Macron launched more than 100 cruise missiles on Syria. So the White Helmets provide a pretext for military intervention in Syria, and every time that they take a video and show it, they also call for a no-fly zone or some other Western military intervention to overthrow the legitimate government of Syria. This is a war crime, and so these people are war criminals. But the CBC is trying to make them out to be humanitarian heroes, which they are not. They are paid employees of the governments, including Canada, which are staging this regime change operation in Syria. And we think that these White Helmets should not be allowed in Canada. We think the Canadian government should get out of the coalition that's part of this regime change operation. We think that the Canadian government should reopen its ties with Damascus, end its economic sanctions, and start to be a force for peace in the world instead of war. And that's why we're here tonight.